Now we are.
Okay, so this
we just done
got cut off.
Yeah.
Of our video, so we're gonna pick up where we left off. Anyway, I love myself, therefore I love homosexuals. I'm putting it out there. Criminals, I don't agree with their choices. I can't change it. I don't worry about things I can't change because, again, when you are all okay and you're squared up with yourself and you don't look for somebody else to complete you, you can love anybody. Another fun thing was Michael posted a video about, telling us about his story about him and his dad renovating, and I have no doubt it was your grandfather. Before you said grandfather, Kathy and I said grandfather, and you were destined to have that house because something happened with you and your wife in that house that changed the course of your life. Even though you don't live there anymore, it changed the course of your life. I'm going to tell just a really quick story because there's hundreds. Kathy and I were on Beyond with James Van Praagh on August 29th of 2002. It was 3 months before our dad passed away.
And look how big we are. Even though we were big, we still loved ourselves.
Yeah, because am I about my body or am I about my soul? My body is going to pass away. My soul will live forever. So, yeah, my body.
It's a vessel. It's not that.
Fluctuates, people. It fluctuates. But we were on. I'll post the link if you want to watch it. Yes, it's on YouTube, okay? There, it's out on YouTube. But I was going through a spiritual revelation in my life, and I actually met the archangels, stood around my bed. I had lost time, that lost time when there's UFOs and abductees and whatever.
Pause. Look at our video about our birthday trip this year at the cabin on YouTube also about abduction. Check it out. Okay, go.
And they introduced themselves. It was so bright, and it was the darkest dark I've ever experienced. When I felt the beings come and stand around my bed, and we're talking, you could tell they were at least 10 feet tall. I had to put on my sunglasses, and again, it was the darkest dark of void. And they introduced themselves, told me a little bit about themselves and why they were there and why they loved me. Okay, talk about putting the mirror in front of your face. Then I was just bawling. My cat hopped up on my chest and started looking around the room, up just above my head, not around the room, just above my head. It was doing what cats do when they see birds. When your cats, if you have cats, they do that. They see a bird. She was just, her eyes took up her whole face, and she was just going, and I knew the angels were around me. She saw their wings. I have hundreds of stories like that, but I just did that one because I want you to see how we are not alone, and we are so. Yesterday was a memory. Tomorrow it hasn't even happened. Reality is today. Today is reality, and you live it, experience, be the best you could be in your authentic self. Hundreds. I don't like calling them ghost stories. I call them encounters. And the James Van Praagh thing that Kathy and I did was about a dream that we've had. We dream identical dreams, don't we, Kath? And what was really cool is that before we went out to do the show with James, he kept sitting in the room with us. He wanted to meditate and got the names right away, the people around us. And he said, afterwards, he signed our books that we took.
Talking to Heaven?
And he said, in all the years I've been doing this, I have never felt such strong energy around people as I do you two. And to me, that was huge.
It was huge.
It was huge.
Okay, wait. My bed's so big that my dog Biscuit can't even hop up.
I'll hop her up.
It's too big.
Anyway, so let's talk about something
Fun stuff.
Halloween's coming up.
Hey, Halloween's coming up. Not only that, we're gonna do some fried green tomatoes today, huh, Kath?
Yeah, we might.
And it's such a short, easy recipe that we'll go ahead and we'll include you on that because this one pauses, so we'll be cool. Do you have a ghost story or tell the one about Claire when you were sick?
Okay, and I'll make it quick because it's really long. I was in the hospital. I had to be rushed there by ambulance, and they thought I was going to die. So they brought in my daughter, and they brought in my husband, and long story short, I was there for 8 days. I finally went home, and that night I thought, I'm going to die. I'm dying. I feel it. I need to make peace with myself. And I remember waking up in the morning, my daughter's on my bed, and I had worn a black Disneyland sweatshirt. I took it off, got too hot in the middle of the night, put it at the end of my bed. So she came in and she says, Mommy, are you okay? And I said, oh, I'm feeling a little bit better today. And she says, Mommy, I came in, and there were these people kneeling at the foot of your bed. And I said, oh, really? Tell me what they looked like. I said, were they boys, girls? She goes, they weren't boys or girls.
Did she say they were both?
She said they were kind of like both.
Yeah,
she couldn't
androgynous.
distinguish between the two, and she was
Yeah.
9 at the time.
I think she was a little younger than that. She was just really innocent.
I think so, and she says, Mommy, they were all lit up. I said, like, what? What do you mean lit up? She goes, inside it. The light was inside and around them, and they were reading this book. And she said she tried to take a look at the book, that there were no words on the pages, but the pages were lined in gold. And I said, were they talking to you? She says, and at this time she's little, she doesn't really get it. She says, Mommy, we didn't talk, but they were telling me this. So I took that as telepathically. And they let her know that, everything was, that her mom was going to be okay, everything was going to be cool. And I gave her a hug, because knowing me, and I knew that she was telling the truth. But as she left, I thought, I feel good enough to get up and go to the bathroom and shower. So as I'm walking around the foot of my bed, my black sweatshirt is there, covered in white feathers. Covered.
Angels? I dare say yes. They tread.
But anyway, some cool stuff.
Yeah, share your stories. Mike put out a challenge. Let's get our subscribers to do video responses.
Let me tell you what, we read everything.
We do.
But we totally love the video responses. We've gotten several, and we love them. We will answer them. Again, give us more show ideas. I know the last two have been kind of somber and stuff like that, but Chris and I were multifaceted. So bring it on. Get us on Ellen or get us on Oprah. Get us our own show. We'll give you credit. You could be like our little sidekick.
Yeah. our fan club. Here, turn this around.
Okay. We sing, we dance, we act. See these beautiful earrings? Kathy and I make them. We're just creative people. We love to share our lives. We're an open book. We hide nothing. When there's nothing to hide, you hide nothing. That's a Philism. That's a Dr. Philism.
That's right.
But,
come on, people, we're funny. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, and you know what? And
go viral with this. Spread the word. Come on, we're fun. We could all have fun together and sharing. Come on, we could have some fun.
Okay, and again, to go back, that is just gnawing on me that since we're psychics and spiritualists, what do we think about homosexuals? We can't press it home enough that people are people. It doesn't matter what you do in your bedroom. Love is love. I'd rather see love than war, but we have to know evil to appreciate the good. So yeah, there are evil things that happen, and there's bad people in this world, but again, it comes back to self-centered. Be self-centered. There's nothing wrong with being self-centered. Love yourself, and then there is no lines of, do you love gays? Do you love lesbians? Do you love child abusers or wife beaters? It doesn't matter, because those people probably don't love themselves, and they're not right with their higher power. Love yourself. It's a grand thing, this journey we call life. Rate, subscribe, send us video responses, and share your stories.
We so love you all, and thank you again, because we're going to we got the bug again. We got the YouTube bug. Oh, Chris. Oh, does that mean it stopped?
Oh, I don't think so. Anyways.
Oh, I then dropped it.
Okay. Keep it coming. We love you. Spread the word. Say, hey, look, you want to see something funny or something in depth? Throughout our whole library of our YouTubes, there's something for everybody.
There's something for
grandmas,
right.
for nephews, nieces. The man that gave you that parking ticket for $75 when you parked out in front of your new house.
Yeah. I was going to say something else, and I totally.
You know what Mom said? If you can't remember, it was a lie.
She always said that, and it always still does, but we're adults.
Okay, let me sum it up. Okay,
Michael, we want to know about your kids. I think the movie your daughter went to see, if I'm not mistaken, was Paranormal Activity 2.
Oh, and Michael, about your house, we know you're a Canuck. We're French Canadian. When we hear your abouts and your things like
and
that.
And the house. Our family comes from France to Canada and migrated to the United States.
Okay, remember, near-death experience books. Look at these authors. Dr. Melvin Morse, Dr. Kenneth Ring, and Dr. Raymond Moody.
And Helen Kubler-Ross.
You won't go wrong. Once you start reading their little short stories, you'll be hooked. Love, peace, spread love, not hate. The twins love ya. Subscribe, spread the word. Let's go viral, baby!